Welcome to episode 25 of the Real Talk Lineup. We are your go-to podcast for hilarious hot takes on the latest in pop culture. I'm your host, JoJo.
And I'm Ronnie Cole.
And on this week's episode, the verdict is in.
Oh, finally. No, that was fast.
It wasn't, but it seems like it was, because it was a 7-week trial.
I was waiting on more stuff, I guess.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay. Tupac up in smoke.
We'll talk about it.
Okay. And a $20 bribe.
Oh.
It's all this and more. Up next on the Real Talk Lineup.
They have to be following him every moment of the day.
J-Lo getting divorced?
He still contributed to society.
I think maybe marijuana.
That is not obvious. How did that happen?
I would be too afraid, but sometimes I'm like, man, I need a little boost. Okay, and this week's Celebrity Breakdown, the verdict is finally in. Mm-hmm. On Wednesday, Diddy was acquitted of the most serious charges in his federal criminal trial, racketeering conspiracy and sex trafficking, but was convicted on 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. Each count carries a maximum sentence of 10 years, leaving him facing up to 20 years in prison. His legal team pushed for his release ahead of sentencing, but the judge denied bail. Following the verdict, Diddy turned to the courtroom gallery and clapped. While a lawyer for Cassie Ventura acknowledged the outcome wasn't what they had hoped for, they expressed gratitude for the 2 convictions that were secured. Apparently, when the verdict was read, the people outside of the courthouse were dumping baby oil at each other.
I was watching an interview of the guy who was doing the rubbing of the baby oil, and he's some type of streamer or content creator. But he said what was he thinking? So they were trying to figure out like what was that for? What does that what does that stand for?
Just for shock value.
He did it for views and likes. That's
of course. Yeah,
they were trying to make it out to be more than what it really was.
Do you feel the jury got this right?
I feel like that it was a fair trial. Because, they tried to find stuff. Yeah. They tried to make it be criminal. But it wasn't. It was weird and it was inappropriate, but it wasn't criminal.
Yeah. And I think I've been watching, of course, a lot of news, and a lot of legal analysts were saying that the prosecution is they were overreaching in a lot of these scenarios. Mm-hmm. So I just find it odd that, they have this video of him beating this lady up, but he was never charged with anything for that. I wonder why they would charge him for something that they knew that they probably couldn't convict him of, but there was no charges for him beating her up.
I don't know, because I thought about that too, but she would need to initiate that, wouldn't she?
I don't think so. I think
if they just see
if the state picks up the case, well, it's a federal case, so I mean.
But the assault wasn't considered part of the federal stuff.
So I wonder if he can still be charged with that by the state. If the state picks up the case.
They could pick it up.
Yeah.
Is there a statute of limitation for domestic violence?
I don't know. Let me look. Hold on. Okay, in New York, the statute of limitations for domestic violence charges is generally 2 years for both criminal and civil actions. So
it might have been too late.
Yeah, it's obviously too late.
Dang. So I was confused. What the charge that he was found guilty of? What does that mean? Because I tried to look it up, and it's still it doesn't make sense. The transportation for prostitution.
So that because he took the escorts across state lines, so they transported people to engage in prostitution, which it is a felony. But this one legal analyst on CNN said that if this case was for someone else and not Diddy, it would be you would get probation.
Really?
Yeah. So
and they're trying to give him 10 years per count.
He's not. It's highly unlikely.
They cannot.
Unless the judge is a dick. They're not giving him 10 years.
We shall see.
Yeah.
I don't think that they're going to do that, though.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of legal analysts are saying it's highly unlikely he'll serve any significant amount of time.
Right.
Because he's already been in there for 15 months or 10 months or whatever.
It's been over a year. So, wow. What do you think he's going to do when he gets out? Oh, is there going to be another freak off?
A freak off, yes.
Oh my God. He has to make up for lost time.
Oh my goodness.
Woo. Child.
Seems like he obviously has like some kind of sex addiction or something.
He does.
So what do you do?
And he's very, what is the word I'm looking for? Like, he wants to act it out, like role play or something.
Yeah.
It's a part of his
fantasy.
thing. Yes.
Fantasies.
It just feels so weird because he's Diddy. Like, first of all, why are you attracted to him enough to even? Is it the money? Maybe it's the money.
It's the money and the power.
Ugh.
And the influence and all those things that go along with being super rich.
No, thank you.
I agree with you. Oh, I finally saw the court cartoonist.
Did you?
Yes.
Who is
It was like
What's his name?
No, it was a woman. It's like a 60-year-old white
Stop.
lady with like shoulder length gray hair, and she had an accent, and I couldn't really a slight accent, and it wasn't familiar to me. So maybe it's something she just made up on her own. Like she seemed like one of those like
she's
the
really
artsy
different.
people.
Oh my God, I love it.
Yeah,
I gotta find out who she is. See how much she's charging for these caricatures.
So his sentencing isn't until October.
Right. So he has to sit in jail all that time?
Yeah. I mean,
they denied bail. So
the judge said he was too.
Is he a flight risk?
Not a flight risk. He was too violent. He's too violent of a person.
Really?
Yeah. So that kind of makes me think that they might sentence him longer than what an average person would get.
If that's violent, I don't know how to. So he has a tendency to be violent, or he was violent and they saw him be violent. Committing violent acts and being a violent person are two different things.
I agree.
So I'm trying to think like there was more. There were more. I don't know.
Maybe just from hearing things and seeing that video, and just and his lawyers even said like he was a violent person.
Okay.
Because they're trying to say, yeah, he is this violent person, but he's not this. Okay. He's that, but he's not this.
Okay. Are they gonna give him his baby oil back? Does he get his stuff back? Where are these pizza boxes he was talking to his son about on the phone?
God.
Like, what's going on? I need to know.
I think those are forever in the evidence room.
What? I cannot imagine how large this warehouse has to be that they store all this evidence in. It's got to be an underground bunker.
Imagine all the good stuff they have in there.
I know.
I would love to be in an evidence room.
I would.
All the drugs and the money and...
How long do they let that sit there? Do they burn it or anything?
No, it sits there forever.
Because you just never know when you're going to have to check it again.
That
is so interesting.
Yeah. There could be a cold case and they have to go back.
They have to go back and do... Mm-hmm. Oh, my gosh.
Or
that is so interesting.
People are allowed to appeal their cases.
Yeah.
So,
and then the evidence has to be
intact,
reintroduced so that they can check.
It is interesting.
That is fascinating.
I always found that things like that's so interesting. Yes, it is.
Do you have to have a degree to work in the evidence room, or you just have to be like a cop?
A cop, I'm sure.
I'm sure. Go to school for that.
You got to go to the police academy.
Oh damn!
I think they make you do
run.
Yeah, they make you do physical work
and exercise. Oh my gosh! Just to be nosy.
Officer Ronnie Cole. No, I don't want to work the streets.
I don't want to do any of that.
I just want to be in the room.
Go out here in this evidence room and snoop around.
Yeah. Oh my God. You'd get fired.
Immediately. I have to work fast.
Yeah. All right, moving on. The 50 Cent reaction. 50 Cent was both shocked and entertained by Diddy's courtroom luck, giving his longtime rival a new nickname, the Gay John Gotti.
Oh my God.
The jab, dripping with backhanded admiration, pointed to Diddy's ability to dodge major federal charges, something 50 couldn't ignore. Throughout the trial, 50 relentlessly trolled Diddy online, even using AI-generated images to turn up the heat. Still, in a rare moment of respect, he tipped his hat to Diddy's enduring legacy as a bad boy in the music industry. Now, with sentencing looming, 50 speculated that a Donald Trump pardon could swoop in to save the day.
Please, God, no.
I know. A twist he's keeping a close eye on. As their icy hot rivalry continues to simmer, fans can expect more fireworks when 50's long-awaited documentary on Diddy finally drops.
When does it drop?
I don't know. I haven't seen anything saying when it was going to drop. Like, his passive aggressiveness is just so amazing to me.
Hilarious. He is the petty president. I adore it. I love it.
Did you see any of the AI generated photos?
No.
So there's this one of the jury but it's all him. It's like 6 people and they're all him.
Yes.
So
I love it. I love that he makes a joke. He makes a mockery of the guy.
Yeah.
I just love it.
Yeah.
That's his response was absolutely fitting.
It was.
Yeah.
Okay, John Gotti. Oh my God.
I love him.
Okay.
Hey, 50, call me. Yeah.
Okay. Oh boy. How's he gonna call you? You gotta give him your phone number.
First of all, he knows how to reach me.
Oh yeah. You can reach us. You have to go to realtalklineup.com.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Right.
Or you can just comment under one of the YouTube videos. Either way, I'll see it. Oh, so speaking of reactions, Aubrey O'Day, her response was that she said that the verdict made her feel physically ill. In her opinion, if justice were actually served, that she would have wanted to see Diddy serve time for all the crimes that she's seen him commit personally, but she never told anybody what those crimes were.
Gosh.
Aubrey,
Well, that's the thing.
What's happening?
That's
you
the
can't
thing.
Expect somebody to get in trouble for something that they do in private if it's kept private.
Yeah. You can't. Exactly. Like you can't.
You have to tell. You have
to tell on these people.
Yeah.
Yes, you absolutely do. And like this might be like a kind of an unpopular thing to say, but even if you're an asshole and you treat women like shit, it might not necessarily be a criminal activity.
Exactly.
It's wrong.
It's wrong. It's deplorable. It's disgusting. Is it illegal? No.
No.
Because if it was,
most men would be in jail.
Most men would be in jail.
Yeah.
And then even if it is illegal, it just depends on who's in charge of saying go to jail or not, because Trump, he did all that shit.
Oh,
everything they talk about did Trump that do. He was convicted.
Yeah. Well,
and then now they're like, let's make him the president. See what happens.
The whole situation with that just baffles me to this day. I will never understand.
It's insane.
I mean,
it's level 13 of Jumanji.
It makes
what it is.
It makes me so angry.
Yeah.
Like felons can't get jobs, but he can be the president. He's a 34-time felon.
30. Not 1, not 2.
Charged with sexual assault.
Yes.
Ugh, gross.
And then most of the felons I know, drug trafficking.
Yeah,
trying to make some money.
Yep. Something non-violent, something non.
Exactly.
Yeah. I already got you. Well,
the world we live in.
Yeah. Well, when you're a rich white man.
Yep. You can do whatever you want to whoever you want.
That's right. Okay, moving on. Tupac was smoked. Literally.
Oh my God.
Suge Knight claims Tupac Shakur's friend smoked his cremated ashes in a blunt the night he was cremated. In an interview with People, Suge said that he didn't partake because he was on probation, but witnessed the moment, which he described as symbolic and a way of keeping Tupac close. He also stated that Tupac's mother, Afeni Shakur, requested a quick cremation with no funeral, and Suge said he paid $1 million in cash to get it done. I feel like he's lying about the $1 million.
He's absolutely lying, because
I looked it up.
$1,100.
I was going to say the highest cremation cost I saw, and that included like a whole funeral service, was $7,000.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you just want to quick boom here.
Yeah. So is that a thing? Is that like something that people do? I've never heard of this.
It's really weird. Some people do. It was actually made into a joke in a movie. Okay. Have you ever seen How High?
I've seen bits and pieces of it, but not the whole thing.
How High is a movie about Method Man and Redman are like college friends. One of their friends who helped them get into college, I have to remember the details, I can't right now, but whatever, it was one of their friends, a guy named Ivory. Ivory was really smart. Okay. So Ivory ended up getting hit by a bus and died. Oh. He was cremated. They smoked his ashes, and when they would smoke his ashes, he would come back in spirit form and help them like cheat or test. The dumbest movie ever, but I loved it because Method Man and Redman.
Gotcha. Okay.
But it's funny.
Yeah.
In a stupid kind of way.
Stupid funny.
Yeah,
I got you.
So when I read this, I was like, did they get the idea from there? But no, How High came out in 2001. Okay. Tupac got cremated in 96. So it's a thing. Some people do it as like, it's ritualistic is what I heard. So one of the guys who actually smoked Tupac in the blunt, he said that he had a conversation with Tupac like prior, and he said that there was a Native American tribe that used to put the ashes of their deceased loved ones in the peace pipe when they would smoke, and it was supposed to be like a commemorative way to memorialize the death of their loved one. But I don't know. It's just weird.
It is weird. It is weird to me.
Especially because we hear all those crazy stories about people being cremated, and those are not really the person's
That's what
ashes.
I was just going to say. You don't really know. You really don't know, because even if they clean it out, there's still ashes from other people in there. There has to be.
It makes me cringe to think about the whole process of it.
Yes.
And I know it's a thing, and I know, it's been a thing for like ever, but it just makes me cringe. And then the fact that you would want to smoke it. And then I watched an interview, and one of the Tupac's friends was like, yeah, we sent little Tommy upstairs to get the urn, and he just sprinkled some in the napkin and brought it down. We sprinkled it in the blunt. And I'm just like, I think that's his mom and aunties are up there grieving and mourning the death.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, wouldn't
dig it in the urn?
Yeah, wouldn't his mom have something to say about that?
It's so weird. They said they did it because Tupac requested it. That was one of his final requests, and they said that they only knew that because they were listening to some unreleased music he had, and it's some song he has named Black Jesus. Okay, I ain't heard this song. I don't remember hearing it.
I was just reading an article before you came in about this, and it was saying that when Tupac said when he died, he wanted like a big funeral and a big celebration and a big send off and stuff like that. So they were saying like he didn't really even want to be cremated, but his mom made the decision.
That's interesting.
It is. Like, I don't know.
But the song says, they said his songs, but
a song is
it's
a song.
Just a song, right. And I was like, they feeding too far into it. Maybe they were high before they listened to the song. And they were like, hey, he said smoke his ashes. Let's do it.
Smoke me.
So weird.
It is. Ugh. The whole thing is weird.
And if you're going to sprinkle ashes, there's no telling what else you're going to sprinkle in your weed. It's weed. Just smoke it.
I know. I'm not a weed smoker, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I think we're the only two people in the world that don't smoke.
We are. No, there's one other person, but we're not going to say her name.
Okay.
But she doesn't smoke either. She'll let you know.
Oh, okay.
She don't be smoking.
Okay. I gotcha. Well, moving on. Is Charlize Theron a cougar?
Ooh.
Charlize Theron is ditching age stereotypes and living her best, boldest life. The Oscar winner revealed she only had a few one-night stands, but her latest was with a 26-year-old who is really fucking amazing.
Ooh, la, la.
It was a new move for her, and one she doesn't regret for a second. She encourages women to focus on their own pleasure, not a guy's ego, adding that sex in her 40s is way better than in her 20s or 30s. And as for dating apps, Charlize roasted Raya for being packed with cringe. Think random CEOs, shirtless Burning Man pics, and men posing with women, all of which she said made her vagina literally close.
Yeah.
Single, satisfied, and totally unapologetic, Charlize is redefining what 49 looks and feels like. Would you ever sleep with someone significantly younger than you?
It depends. Are we talking?
So she's almost 50 and this guy was 26.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, yes.
You would?
Yes.
I wouldn't, because I would think...
She's single.
I go to that mom mode. Like, my kids are in their 20s.
They grown.
I know.
They're having sex.
I know, but
contrary to what you may want to believe.
I know that, but I'm thinking like, to me, it's like having, it's not having sex with your child.
It's a
but
kid
it's, they're kids.
Mm-hmm. No. Mm-mm.
No? Okay.
Nope. Full grown adult. Full grown adult. That does all the things that you want them to do to you.
Because they're young and
because they're young.
Stupid.
And easily impressionable is what I was gonna say. But yeah, I think that I would. I'm hoping to not still be single and having one night stands at 50. But if I am single, I'm probably gonna be doing a whole lot of stuff. It's my vagina. I can do what I want to with it. Go, girl, go.
So
I'm here for it.
Have you ever been on a dating app?
I have.
Okay.
It was the worst experience of my life.
I've never been on one.
It's
zero desire.
Deplorable. 0 out of 10. Do not recommend. They need to delete them all. You know that every dating website reminds me of that one that we talked about. What's the one that had all the...
Oh, the cheating app. What is it?
That's what it reminds me of.
Okay.
Because
they probably are all with somebody else.
All of them are with somebody else. And if they aren't with somebody else, it's because they're extremely weird, extremely stinky, or they are like abusive.
Yeah.
So if it's not those 3 things, then they're married and they're cheating on their spouse.
Gotcha.
That's it.
I know.
That's all that's there.
My daughter, she was dating this guy in her early 20s, and they had been together for a few years, and she found out that he was on a dating app. So she went in and changed his profile to a gay man.
Oh my God. I know his inbox was on fire.
Oh, it was hilarious.
He probably was like, why am I getting so many notifications all of a sudden? What's going on here?
It was funny.
Oh, don't ever do it. Oh, don't ever.
I have zero desire to.
Thank goodness.
Especially
those websites that be like Christian Mingo. And I'm just like,
those are probably like the worst ones.
Those are the worst ones.
Yeah.
It was one that used to come on TV, and I used to cackle every time it came.
Was it Farmers Only?
Farmers Only. You know me so well, JoJo. Oh my! I used to cackle. I thought that was the funniest one.
Yeah.
I wanted to go there one day just to see.
Let's look it up. Hold on. I'm going to look Farmers Only up. Okay. Let's see if it's still around.
It's still there.
FarmersOnly.com.
It's still a thing. Oh my God.
It is a free dating site for people over the age of 18.
Stop it.
Oh.
They have another one for elderly people. It's called Our Age. I just cannot imagine being like in my 70s trying to go on a dating app.
Me either.
That's insane.
I know people do it. Like my sister, she goes on. I
haven't found anybody by the end. That's it.
Exactly. And my sister goes on like these dating apps, and I think like Facebook dating and maybe some other stuff. She meets the weirdest people.
It's weird.
And like I asked her, like, are you dating anybody? She's like, oh yeah. I'm like, anybody good? No. She's like, no.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
So yeah. All right. Well, Charlize, if you don't feel like a pedophile having sex with a 26-year-old, go for it.
Not pedophilic.
It's just weird to me.
It's weird. It is.
All right. Weird. Well, speaking of things that make you want to keep your vagina closed, it is now time for Trump Tales.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country.
Wait a minute. Why? Why?
Because it's so fitting. It's the perfect segue. It's my favorite ones yet.
Oh my God. I need some water. I cannot.
I told you it was going to be good.
It is. How do you? Oh my God. You're such a genius.
I wish Boz was here to hear it. He would have died.
It was so good. JoJo, I don't know what I'm doing with you.
Okay.
I had to write these down. Every one of them.
All right. Well, this week on Trump Tales, we're talking about alligator Alcatraz. On Tuesday, oh my God, he's not former president. On Tuesday, President Donald Trump.
A girl can dream. Don't you change it. Don't you change it, Debbie.
Former President Donald Trump visited a controversial migrant detention center in a remote Florida wetland nicknamed Alligator Alcatraz by GOP officials. Located about 37 miles from Miami and surrounded by dangerous wildlife like alligators and pythons, Trump remarked on the site's harsh environment, saying, "The only way out is deportation." I wish Trump would have fell in the alligator mode.
I wanted the alligator to just jump up there and bite his ass. Just take a chunk out of his damn leg.
So did you see any pictures of this detention center?
I saw. It was maybe like a 30-second little video.
So it looks like it's a chain link fence.
My eyes watered the entire time because I cannot imagine harboring that much hate in my heart for people
who've done nothing
to deserve to live like that.
Yeah.
Now, I've been like inside of prisons. Like I've seen jail cells. That is different. That is a literal cage.
It is. It's a chain link fence with these bunk beds with these thin little mattresses.
And it's like 6 bunk beds. It can't be any bigger than this room.
And then it says it costs $450 million a year to run.
Jesus.
But it only houses 5,000 people. But like, what?
What are they doing that requires that much?
Because you're not giving them anything. They're living
Right.
in a chain link fence.
Right.
And who knows what they're doing to these people?
They don't get, so that was another thing, because I'm like, this almost looks like an experimental kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're expecting the people to only sleep because there's only room enough in there for the beds.
Yeah.
Like they can't, they wouldn't even be able to all stand up at the same time. Like it was really small. And I was like, it almost looks like they're not going to be moving from the mattresses.
Yeah.
So are they going to be like sedated?
Just stuck there.
Yeah. Like what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
That is interesting that you said that, because I had that thought.
Yeah.
I'm like, because why is it so small? It's scary.
Mm-hmm.
It's really scary. I need to put his ass in there.
I almost cried this morning watching them like talk about his big beautiful bill that passed.
Okay.
It's like you're taking away these people's health insurance for rich people to get richer, and it's sickening.
Disgusting.
It's sickening.
It is disgusting.
Yeah, they said the rich people will gain like $300,000 a year. Like I've never even seen that kind of money.
I don't wish death on people. That's not something that I do. But I just feel bad for us all because I know where he's going.
Yeah.
Mean. That is just mean.
I don't know. But then he said, Biden wanted me in here, okay?
Oh my gosh.
Biden wanted me next to the chain link cages with beds. He wanted me. Didn't work out that way though. But he wanted me in here, that son of a bitch. I don't think Biden's the son of a bitch.
First of all, where are we still talking about Biden? All these months later.
So
let it go.
I watch this show every night. It's called Newsnight with Abby Phillip, and it's like it's a round table discussion about political things, and they have Democrats and Republicans and independents and this and that. And anytime anyone says anything bad about Donald Trump, like any Republican will be like, but Joe Biden. Like every time.
Why is that necessary at this point?
I know. But Joe Biden.
You've rigged and won the election. Yeah. You're not the president. You're doing all this stupid stuff.
Yeah. Because they don't want to admit the fact that the things that Trump is doing is wrong.
Deplorable.
Yeah.
It's deplorable. I want the alligators to get him.
I hope they do.
I would have bumped him on my steak and knocked him out. Oopsie daisy.
Wish you got bit by a python.
Just slither on up there.
Yeah. Okay, well, it is now time for Ronnie Cole's question of the day.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. So I had a really hard time picking a question.
You've been having a hard time the last few weeks.
I have. I don't know what's up. I'm going to have to make a list. And
Okay.
just check off the list.
Okay.
That's going to be easier. But, so, the question for today is, which celebrity do you think is the most underrated?
Donnie Wahlberg.
Oh my God.
No, I'm just kidding. This is a tough question.
It is.
I will always say she is my favorite actress in the whole world, but she's a soap opera actress.
Okay.
Michelle Stafford.
I have no idea who she is.
She plays Phyllis on Young and the Restless. And she is absolutely amazing. Like when you hate her, you hate her. But when you love her, you love her. Like she really makes you feel what she's acting out. Like, does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I love her.
Oh, okay. I recognize her face.
Yeah.
I don't know anything she's done off the top of my head.
But I feel like the only thing I've ever seen her in is Young and the Restless.
Okay.
But she's so good. I love her to death.
That's awesome.
All right.
I can't tell you the last time I watched a soap opera too. So
The one thing I love about soap operas is like because I used to watch Young and the Restless like all the time. Mm-hmm. I haven't watched it in a long time, but you can watch for like a couple days and then you're caught up on everything that's happened the whole entire time you missed the soap opera.
Okay.
So
fantastic.
Yeah.
Days of Our Lives was the one I used to watch. I used to love
Is that still on the air?
I have no idea. I haven't watched it in 15 years.
I know they took a lot of them off the air.
Yeah.
So.
Who has time to watch TV anymore? You know?
I know.
I mean,
I know.
It's not on Netflix. I don't know what's happening.
I gotcha. So who's your favorite underrated celebrity?
I am going to have to say the rapper T-Pain.
I like T-Pain.
I love T-Pain. He does not receive the recognition in the industry that he needs to. And I think it's because they don't feel like they have a genre to put him in. Because he can rap and he can sing and he can dance and he produces and he, so
yeah,
they're probably like, we don't know what to do with him.
And I know he uses a lot of that auto-tune, but he's really actually a really good singer.
He can sing. He was on Masked Singer.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I don't really watch that show.
He was on the Masked Singer.
Okay.
And did he win? I can't remember. But yeah, he was on there.
I like T-Pain.
I love T-Pain. I just feel like they should.
I'm in love with the stripper.
Yes. Oh my gosh. He's so awesome. He's so creative.
Yeah.
And he's funny. He has funny, good music.
Okay.
And he makes these quirky little lines. And they used to call him, they say he was corny.
I don't think he's corny.
He's not. He's so good.
You know what, though? I think a lot of times when people are creative like that, and people don't understand it, that they call them
corny.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I say just keep on being yourself. That's
right.
The only person you can be.
Right. And he's on tour. I think he's coming. He's not coming to Cleveland. So.
And, people are haters. He's making money and they're not.
Yeah.
So
shout out to T-Pain. You're my fave. I like the bartender.
She be serving them drinks.
Yeah. Yes.
I like it too.
It's so good.
All right. It is now time to board the crazy train. A burglar won't face breaking and entering charges after ultimately doing the right thing and calling the police when he found a dead man inside a home in Spain he intended to rob.
Oh.
The man broke into the home, discovered the scene, and screamed loud enough to alert the neighbors. Then he called the police. What are the odds of something like this happening?
That is crazy.
Like, I still think, though.
That is so interesting.
It is.
That happened.
It is. I still think that he should have gotten arrested because he broke into somebody's house.
He did break in. The man was already dead?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Because
I
could see if he was like saving his life.
Maybe he killed the man.
He could have killed the man.
Yeah. The story didn't say like how he died.
Because he could have broke in, scared the man. The man had a heart attack, died.
I like that scenario.
Then it's considered
murder.
A homicide.
Yep.
Yeah. They need to investigate. Get us on the case.
I know.
Ronnie Cole and JoJo, we're for hire. Come get us.
We are.
And let us in that evidence room. We'll see what we can find. We're done cracking the case.
Okay.
Oh, goodness.
All right. Next car on the crazy train. After a man hit a parked car in a Homestead, Florida parking lot, responding police officers noticed the offending driver had very red, bloodshot, and glassy eyes and smelled very strongly of sweat, urine, and alcohol.
Ew.
They also saw that he had an icy cold bottle of beer, or at least what was left of it.
He was not finished.
In the center console of his SUV. An officer ordered the driver to put his vehicle in park, but then wasn't able to do so, and the vehicle started to roll. The officer reached in, put it in park, and told the man to get out of the vehicle and present his driver's license. He got out, but began to stall and tried to bribe the police officer with a $20 bill. He then grabbed one of the officers and resisted as they handcuffed him, and he eventually was tased.
Oh my gosh. $20?
$20. You gotta do better than that.
Why would you even pull that out? Like, hey, I gave $20. Let me go.
And he probably, because he was drunk, so he probably really thought that it was going to work. These dumb people.
They're so intelligent when they're drunk. It's so smart. It's so smart.
Oh my God.
Now he had an ice cold beer in the console. He was not done. He was still drinking.
Some people.
He was actively drinking.
Yeah. Some people drive around with beers in their car. And
Allegedly.
I would never do that because I would be so afraid. Yes. What if you got pulled over? Because then now you're automatically going to jail. Unless you get the police officer $20.
The goal is to not get put over.
Yeah, but you never know.
The goal is not to get put over.
I know.
I always know. That's why I don't do it, because I speed everywhere. I don't listen. Get in that little sporty car and be 45 and a 25.
No, I've dated some people that would do that all the time.
Yeah, I do.
I'm like, not in my car, you're not. No.
Don't drive in my car.
Yeah.
If you want to drink, you got to sit in the passenger seat.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Last car on the crazy train. A man in France was banned from a public library after staff and patrons complained he whispered every word, even outside the reading areas. He claimed it was a lifestyle choice and a tribute to silence.
Wait. Why is he whispering?
I don't know. It's his lifestyle choice. But his constant whispering to others and to himself turned out to be more distracting than a normal voice, and the ban will last 6 months.
Have you ever heard a distracting whisper? I know a lady. I cannot say where this lady is or where I interact with her.
Mm-hmm.
She has the loudest whisper I've ever heard in my life. And I'm like, you might as well just talk.
Just talk loud.
Just talk regular. Because it's so loud. And I'm like, does she not hear herself? Or does she assume because she thinks she's whispering that she's whispering, but she's really not? She's just changing her voice. It's so weird.
Well, people are weird. Why would a library ban you, though? Like, aren't you supposed to be quiet in the library?
Not if you have a loud whisper. And then he's whispering in the non-whispering areas.
I thought all areas were whispering areas in a library.
No, I don't whisper. I don't even whisper when I talk to the receptionist or the librarian. I just talk regular, but in a lower voice.
I feel like...
Because if you whisper, then it sounds like this versus... Hi, JoJo. I just wanted to know if you all have any. You see.
I want to say, though, I think I whisper, like I try to whisper when I'm talking about people.
Well, yeah.
Oh, my God.
I don't think I whisper, though. I'll be like. And then you just have to watch my eyes so you can see what I'm saying. Because I know you're going to know. I know you're going to know what I'm saying. But
I just can't believe that they banned him.
That was excessive.
Yeah.
I
would fight that.
I'd be like, stop whispering. Just talk. Like, what are you doing? But banning him?
I'm sure people have done worse things in the library.
And it's his lifestyle choice. So are they being discriminatory?
Yes, they are. They are.
Now we have a problem.
Yep, they are.
Now we have a problem.
Well, that is all we have for you this week on the Real Talk Lineup. You can check us out at realtalklineup.com and on Facebook and Instagram at Real Talk Lineup, and listen to us on your favorite streaming platform.
It's been real.
I have to say, I missed John this week.
I know.
He's become
a staple.
In
our podcasting community. Send us a message if you all think we should try to make Boz a permanent staple. Well, I don't know if we can, but
we can only do it 2 weeks out of the month.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind then. Have a great night. Happy 4th of July.
Yes, happy 4th of July.
Do you have plans?
I don't have anything set in stone. I was supposed to go to a party, but my friend that was having the party, he canceled it.
Oh.
So
that's enough.
I'm probably going to go see some fireworks somewhere, but nothing too wild and crazy.
Well, I'll be drunk by midnight tonight.
Oh, okay. Where are you going?
You know, to my house.
Oh,
that's where the good liquor is.
Gotcha.
Free pour all night long.
That's awesome.
Yes, and then I'm gonna go hang out with my dad and my family tomorrow, because my dad usually breaks the law and does fireworks.
Oh,
don't tell anyone though.
I won't tell.
I don't want to go to jail. But we're gonna do the 4th at his house. He's gonna barbecue and all the fun stuff.
That'll be nice.
Yeah.
I never understood though why people spent all that money on those fireworks.
Because it's fun. It's something to do.
But it's very expensive.
It is expensive.
I remember one year my daughter went to Target and she bought, it wasn't fireworks, but they were like smoke bomb kind of things. And she paid like $50 for them. And she didn't like them, but we used them. But I took them back to Target anyways, and they took them back. Yes.
They didn't even know, did they?
Well, it was open, and half of them were gone. But I'm like, these weren't what I thought they were going. They didn't do what I thought they were going to do.
Then they gave you a refund?
Yes. I'm like, if I can return used fireworks.
Back in the day. You can't return anything now. Not a thing. They don't want nothing back. Well, I guess it's better than using it for something else that you don't really need.
Yeah.
I guess they're paying for the experience. Now, I've never been that girl. Like, I'm not buying it.
I guess if somebody else is paying for it, it's okay.
Yeah, go right ahead. Knock yourself out. Yeah. I'd rather spend my money on tacos and tequila and tennis shoes. And
that sounds more fun.
I know, right?
Tacos and tequila actually sound really good.
I so want tequila.
We need to go to
tacos.
To what's the place? The karaoke where we used to do karaoke.
Los Galos.
Yeah. Get us some tacos and tequila.
Yes. Tequila.
Oh, yeah. And then we have somebody staring at
us. Who's that?
She's a new student. She's a new student.
What's her name? You had to remember to whisper.
Well, I am talking about somebody.
Oh, yeah. That's right. That's right. Stay true.
I'll tell you who she is once I click the off button, which I'm going to do right now. You got anything else you need to say really quick?
No.
Okay.
Have a fantastic weekend.
Deuces.